Happy holidays! We're taking the week off from recording so we can eat cookies and play with our new toys. But we have a full week of seasonal speed round memories to share with you.
We'll be back with brand new episodes on Monday, January 4th. Happy New Year!
Do you have New Year's traditions, or do you have a favorite memory of observing the New Year, whether that was, Times Square in New York City or just like turning off the light at 10 p.m.? We don't have a lot of traditions. I know my mother always was like, get the tree out.
Yeah.
Get the Christmas tree on the curb by New Year's. Tend to happen at our house. But, and I, as an adult, I'm usually pretty ready for it to go at that point. But I don't know. We don't really do a whole lot. A couple of times my kids have had parties where they've had friends over, and that's kind of nice because, you know where they are, and you don't have to drive anywhere, and you don't have to have other plans because you have to be at home for your kids. So, I don't know. I think one of the most memorable ones I had was probably the Millennium, the 1999.
Yes, I was going to say that too. Y2K.
Yeah.
We held our breaths to see if everything was going to stop working.
Everything was fall apart. We rented a bunch of friends, my then fiance and a bunch of our friends rented a little cabin in the Poconos.
Wow.
We're like, we kind of went off the grid. And we had a great time.
That sounds fun.
We just hung out together and played Scrabble and ate, and it was a good time.
That is so fun. Gosh, can you imagine how less wired the world was then, and we were still in a complete panic that the world was coming to an end? I think that was before smartphones. That was before all this internet stuff. It was before everything in your house was hooked up to the internet. It was before we depended on it for every bit of news and information, and we were still like, oh my goodness, this could be the end. I remember a coworker of mine gave everybody candles because there was a fear that the electrical grid was going to go down.
Yep.
Man, it was so dramatic, and then so nothing happened. Never mind. Oh, wow. That's about the only New Year's Eve memory I can come up with, because I don't think I've ever been a big one for doing New Year's Eve stuff. Yeah. I can't remember any parties or anything. But, New Year's Day, I've always had a party since I was in my 20s. And so that's been our New Year's tradition. New Year's Eve, we fall asleep in front of Dick Clark or whoever has replaced him. That's our New Year's Eve tradition. Do you have special things that you eat, or just party food? Well, now we've gotten lazier and lazier.
Black-eyed peas or anything?
When I started having this party, I think it was maybe when I was living in Kansas City, or even maybe just after that. But I had these recipes I had found in a magazine. I had mimosas, and I had this egg dish, and I had this special pasta dish that I made. Not any traditional New Year's stuff, but I had definite recipes that were my New Year's Day party recipes. And then now when we have them, we just have cold cuts and, salads. But I still miss those days when I really did it up. My more youthful and energetic self. What happened to that girl? She had a lot of plans.
A few too many New Years went by.
I guess so.
How about you, Nicole? Is there anything you eat or do, or?
Well, I can't really think of something overly memorable. They typically follow
We are the most boring New Year's Eve people ever.
I know. I mean, I think when I was younger, I tried to make it more exciting, but now we just kind of, when the kids were growing up, it was always, we would get something nice for dinner, or we'd eat out somewhere and then come home and watch the New Year's Eve ball drop. And then now that my kids are older, it's kind of turned to, their events. And, so my daughter's she's having another New Year's Eve party. Where I said to her, we're fine with that. But I think, as you know, the last couple of years, my husband and I have just stayed home all night while it's happened. And I said, can you just start a little later? Because, you know, I think it'd be nice if Dad and I just at least grabbed dinner or something and made the evening special rather than sitting up in the room.
Hiding from you and your friends.
Exactly. So, I mean, because last year I think we stayed in the room all evening and just like ordered McDonald's from Uber Eats. Like, how exciting is that?
Sequestered. Oh, dear.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. We're kind of go with the flow people. A couple of years.
Yeah.
We did a vacation where we were away.
That's fun.
Yeah, like I think we were in New Orleans one year, and that was a lot of fun.
Ooh, I'll bet.
We weren't actually like we were staying outside of New Orleans, but it was a fun vacation. That particular evening, we ate at a nice restaurant, and then just went back to the hotel. But yeah,
did what you would do at home.
Yep.
Catherine, when you were living in New York City, did you ever go to the Times Square on New Year's Eve?
No way.
Yeah, that's my feeling about it, too. I have family members who have gone, and it's like, why, oh, why, oh, why? I mean, not my immediate family members, because none of us would want to do that, extended family members. But yeah, let's go out into the freezing cold and stand with strangers where there's no place to go to the bathroom for hours and hours and hours to see something that I could see on TV better.
Yeah.
Sure. There's totally a time in my life when I would have done that.
There was never a time in my life that
I didn't live out here at the time, so thank goodness. By the time I moved out here, I was too old, and it sounded very cold and uncomfortable.
I did live there when I was the age to do it, and I was not interested. All right. Well, we hope all you listeners have a very happy New Year, no matter how you celebrate.
Yes.